This is The Negro Ninja, and today I want to talk about the movie Turning Red from Disney and Pixar. And you know it's not a Pixar film without holes and sorcery, all right? Because this is a movie about a little girl on her journey to being a whole. Think about the movie's title, Turning Red. Now, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word red in a young teenage girl? A period. And the ironic part is a period is used to stop a sentence. But in nature, a period is used to start a whole. And she starts off quick because the introduction is her talking about honoring your parents and why you should do so because they sacrifice everything in order for you to eat, okay, and eat an epic amount of food. That's what she said. An epic amount of food? Okay. And then she says this. Okay, she was basically saying, but people say be careful because you may honor your parents so much that you may not get to honor yourself. And she said, luckily, I don't have that problem. And then she introduces herself as May May. Okay, it says that she's 13 years old. She follows her own rules. She wears what she wants, do what she wants, 24/7, 365. All right. And she says she wear what she wants, say what she wants. And if she so feels moved, she would do a cartwheel spontaneously. All right. And she does the cartwheel. But it's just a handstand, an incomplete cartwheel to where her skirt flips upside down. And everybody's looking at her as she falls on her butt. And she's embarrassed. Okay, but she has on some leggings, but still, you know, that's saying a lot with that scene. Okay, then it fast forward to her getting on a bus, and she says, not to brag, but being 13 means I'm officially a grown-up, at least according to the Toronto transit community. And she basically takes her bus pass, and it says adult 13 through 65, and she puts it in an old man face. He's like, good for you. Okay. Now, that scene is deep because young girls, as soon as they know they got it, they are quick to flaunt it in a man's face. And he's an old man, by the way. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with that in particular, but it's about how they go about it in this movie. And in my opinion, this movie is more crazy than what they say Cuties was. Okay, because Cuties, the only thing I can think of is, you know, they just had like little 11-year-olds wearing some skimpy clothes that show off their navel. But that's how dancers dress anyway. And they wasn't really pushing a stupid agenda. It was just more of a story of a lady telling how she was when she was in puberty. And it's real, you know. But people are making more of a uproar over that than they are of this. I only see Christians pointing out how crazy this is. Okay. And if you watch it yourself, it's very blatant. They all over the place. Tons of messages that they don't got no business trying to push. All right. Now, she gets on the bus and she sits next to a middle-aged man this time, and she mimics his gestures. Okay, he's writing something into his agenda or whatever, and she mimics the same motion but puts something in her math book. Okay, and she's trying to act like, you know, an older adult than what she really is because she's still technically an adult because she's old enough to take the penis. Okay, but just because you're old enough to have sex doesn't mean you are this, you know, as old as somebody that's grown. Okay, and then it fast forward to the title introduction. Okay, now this is where the symbolism of what red can represent comes along. Okay, because a couple of the meanings for red is lust and sexuality. And she can't wait to show her lust and sexuality. Because there's some horny little girls in this movie. They wasn't like that in the Cuties movie. Okay, not like that. So anyway, as soon as they show the title introduction, it says Disney presents about right here. And it shows the little girl, you know, her head is about right here with the eyes right there. So she's looking up. Okay, now, if y'all have been watching Pornhub, y'all can already see what this is at. Okay. Y'all, I'm telling you, just the way she looking at it, like she just idolizing it, like worshiping it, like, Like how those white girls be with the BBC, okay, on black. Okay, because as immediately after that, they show her here. Then she's up under it, laying like this and presenting it like this. And then in the next frame, Disney presents, it shows her gobbling it up like Mrs. Pac-Man. Okay, now you cannot tell me that I'm reaching with this. I dare you to watch it. I'm going to show you the timestamp. Okay, the timestamp is 2:06. Go and watch it. Go to Disney Plus and watch it real quick and tell me I'm lying. Okay. Okay, she gobbles it up and then start doing a little ballerina twirl and then she slips because she's still goofy. Okay, and then the actual movie title, Turning Red, comes up and she's dancing. Doing stuff like that. Once again, it seems innocent, but based off what I'm seeing, you already know what time it is. Okay, come on, really? We already know what turning red symbolizes. And immediately after that, she introduces her friends. No, wait, I missed the part. Okay, so she's doing all this and stuff. She does something after that before she introduces her friends. Hold up. All right, so in between that, after she's doing this, she basically does like this and sticks her tongue out. That little face that Thoughts do on Instagram with the tongue out, with the butt sticking out like that and stuff. And then she literally gets in front of the camera and puts her butt in the camera, just and that's basically what you see going on in today's society with the young girls too. They it's all over the place. Okay, and after she put her butt in the camera, she does the I forgot the name of that movie where they be like, I'm a meanie. No, she's a maniac, maniac. And she does the pose, but water doesn't come down on her, but you get it. And that right there is, I ain't even gonna say nothing, but you get it. Then it switches to her introducing her friends. All right, she busts through the school and says, besties assemble. And they first introduce Miriam, and she's the tomboy. Okay, she's the little cute tomboy of the group. And they do an excellent job at representing how the tomboy girl is. They wear baggy clothes, but when you look closely, you see they stack. Okay, Miriam is hot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yes, I said it. Okay, the chick is hot. All right, then they introduce Priya, and she's the most shapely of all four of them. Okay, she looks like, just a typical chick. Okay, Coca-Cola shaped bottle and everything. But the messed up part is she's a rainbow zombie. Okay, the most womanly looking of them all, the most developed of them all. Don't even. Well, she seemed to be a pansexual or something. Okay, but she's still sweet. All right, and then it introduces Abby. And she's more or less just the fat girl of the group. She's the most perverted and she's the most aggressive. All right, and that's another meaning of the word red, aggressiveness. Okay, and you already know how aggressive fat women be, but they made her cute. She's just a little cute dumpling. All right, and in my opinion, I think that those four effectively show the main whole archetypes perfectly. Okay, all types of hoes stem from those four archetypes. All right, and then this is where some of the subliminals come in. She's telling you about her school life. She shows that she's a grade A student, and she plays musical instruments. I think it's a piccolo she's playing or something. Or a flute. I don't know which one it is though. But then she basically gets people to give their opinion of her. And let me see if I can actually say what they're saying. All right, she's talking about what grade she's in. She was like, this is grade 8, and I ain't got time to mess around. I guess you can call me. And the teacher says, a very enterprising, mildly annoying young lady. And the goth said, a major weirdo. And a dude that probably got a crush on her says, an overachieving dork narc. Okay, now immediately after he says that, she says that she accepts and embraces all labels. Okay, and I don't even need to explain what they're trying to do there. You get that. Because a hoe really is all labels. They don't give a dang. Okay, and then in the next scene, she basically says, "Who cares what Tyler thinks? I don't care." Basically saying she don't care what people think, even though she embraces all labels. All right. Then they're passing a convenience store, and out of nowhere, they start talking about this older dude that they like. Okay, they all just stop and look at this older dude, and I want to see if I can find a picture to show y'all the facial expression that these young girls are making. Okay, you see that she's tingling. Okay, it's vibrating down there. Okay. All right, now look at the pervertedness of the little fat girl. Okay, now it's funny because she says this, but later on, when she starts doodling, she ends up drawing that particular dude that she just said ill for. That's how chicks do. When they see a man, some of them just don't quite understand it, and it takes them a little minute to come around. But we're going to touch on that part later. Okay, because I want y'all to see how they're responding to this little boy band group real quick. All right, and a little after that, it introduces her overprotective mother. And they go to a shrine and they start praying to their ancestors, which is already teaching kids voodoo, because that's what, they do in voodoo. They worship their ancestors. All right. And then after that, she tells her about the panda spirit. Okay. And that's what the whole movie is about. It's about her getting in touch with her panda spirit. All right. But the mom wants to lock the panda spirit away. But we're going to discuss that more in detail as this goes on in maybe a next video. All right. I had this pause for a minute, but I think I stopped at the part where her mom was basically telling her about the panda spirit. And I'm going to break that down in the next video, but I'm going to finish by discussing the part where she starts drawing pictures of this dude she has a crush on. Hold on. All right, here's the scene where she discovers her femininity.
Mir sees in him. He's not that cute. Okay, his shoulders are kind of nice, I guess. His eyes are fine.
Hold on. No, you see this. See, after she draws the six pack, that's when it gets real. Okay, that pretty much just tells you a lot right there. Women love them six packs. All right. Then she's discovering what she really likes. She think that she liked the dudes that she's listening to right there. So it's all in her head or whatever. Okay, which I think is deep. All right. Because half the reasons why women or females in general act the way they act is because of who is in their ear and what's in their ear. So that's kind of what that symbolizes. Okay, then she's secluded. Okay, with the image of the dude with no distractions, and it just pretty much just made her, come out with the primal urge. All right, now she's getting hot. All right. Okay, so she's more or less masturbating in the scene. All right, and she's just turning redder and redder after each drawing.
Do you want a snack? Cool.
All right, so her mom comes into the room. and figures out what she's doing. All right, now this is the type of stuff I'm talking about with that programming. People want hoes to be programmed a certain type of way. Okay, and once something is disturbing the program, it pretty much plays out like the scene right here.
Hey, thanks. Don't look at the notebook. Don't look at the notebook. Don't. No.
And it's just like a hoe to give something away that she shouldn't give away.
Boy, he's not. Boy? Who is he? Did he do these things to you? No. Daisy, Mom, no. You. What? Thank goodness I was here.
Okay, and what basically happened is, you know, she threatened to call the police on the dude. You did this to my daughter, you know, like it's his fault that the girl like him and he got to be penalized for it. Why they got to embarrass him even though she was more embarrassed? Okay, making him look like he's a pedophile or something, which he technically ain't if he did do something because the chick is 13. But you know how society is. All right, and I'm just in it right here. And this has been the Negro Ninja bringing you your Negro message for today, Negro.